And they're like, no, not my mini fridge. And she like opens it up. It's filled with cum. You're like,
Did you think I was making this shit up?
no, but the way you say it to me is like, not helpful.
Wait. How do I say it?
How do I say about it?
No, Colton texts me and he goes, what's wrong with you?
That is the other thing. I, in this bathhouse, am going to be accepting cartel money.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the first move.
And
It's a great front business.
I want to flip a church that's gone out of business because they're all gone out of business, and I want to call it, get this, Holy.
It's so good. It's so good.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad.
To drag out whores.
You know, it is so good to hear that fucking tarot card reader was a fraud.
He was a
because
fraud.
I was pretty impressed after what he told me.
Yeah, I was too. He literally told me, he goes, you're never going to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
He told me that.
Okay,
And
we're on the podcast.
You know the negotiation that you're in right now?
Oh, is this the podcast now?
Is it recording?
This is where we're recording.
Then this is the
He goes,
podcast.
he goes, you know the negotiation you're doing right now? I was like, yeah, like a label might sign me. He goes, don't do it. Wait. And so then I was like, fuck. That was like my hope.
He told me all women are thieves. He told me that all women are thieves and never to work with a woman.
Yeah,
And he goes, and I can feel a woman's trying to come into your life, and she's coming into your life to steal your money.
Yeah. And after he got his reading, I heard him say that, and I went, I gotta get one of these.
Well,
readings.
and he immediately went.
I got a reading, and then I prescribed.
I thought you were going to say he subscribed to your.
Did he subscribe to
to our podcast? Oh, by the way, welcome back.
Welcome back. Thank you for watching. I didn't take that.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Colton.
We have to say that every time.
And you know what? We do. Welcome.
Yeah.
If you're our first time listener, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
We're going to do a little intro, and then we have our guest later on. And you know her. You
know her. You love her.
And we're going to talk about her in just a second.
But right now
first,
it's about us.
I'm going through something because this guy prescribed a bath. And
Yeah.
it was sunflower petals for positivity, Florida water for clarity, and then honey so that the positivity could stick to me. And I was like, bitch, I'm not putting honey in my fucking bath.
I would have.
Wait, the honey was the part that you drew the line? How do you get Florida water?
No, he didn't mean water from Florida.
It's like a special water. Luckily, they sell it at the shop we were
Yeah,
at.
luckily he literally was just looking around at shit he could see and be like, and if you could buy like a yellow quartz,
Yeah, it was like
you should probably carry that around with you.
yeah, it's crazy. Wait, so what happened to you today? Because I know that my friend's going through something.
Oh, so I was in a regular ass bath. I was like going like, ugh, Jesus. And then Chip heard me complaining from outside the door because he was listening.
That's
And-
crazy.
No, he was just checking in on me, you know?
Yeah.
You know from movies how they like listen behind the door and they're like, and it's sweet?
Yeah.
Chip took that to be like, oh, that's how you be sweet.
For sure.
So he was trying to be sweet.
Okay.
And he goes, hey, are you okay? And then I said, I don't know how to like describe this to you, but like, I'm not ready to make
nice. I'm not ready to back down.
Yeah, I'm still mad.
That is hell, and I don't know. I'm from.
Anyways, and he was like,
The Dixie Chicks
and
are
he
so
goes-
incredible.
I understand, and I'm sorry you're going through that. I was like, thank you, and that was that.
What are you
But
going
then
through?
today?
What are you going
the
through?
fucking.
Are you not ready to share on the pod?
I'm not ready. Hey, I'm not ready.
Okay.
I'll let you guys in.
Respect his privacy, please.
You guys, I can share. I just can't share everything right now, but I will share with you. I just was at Home Depot making keys for the podcast room.
Studio.
Yes, I come in and I come back to my car and there's this huge fucking dent. And then that's not why.
You don't deserve that.
And I was like, I'm a type of person where it's like, I have such a messy life that it could have happened 4 days ago and I wouldn't have noticed.
Guilty, same.
Which side of the car?
My driver's, so like it's huge fucking dent. And so then I was like, no, I feel like this. And then I did like the math to this guy's car and it was definitely his. And then, so I called the cops and you don't call the cops?
No, I think I first would have been like, I'm going to take his license plate number down.
Oh, I
go
got all of
inside
that.
And be like, would you guys just rewind the cameras really quickly and see if he hit my car before I called the police on someone?
Oh, no. I did the math.
Oh, for sure.
His
you know what?
His door was like this. His door was like this.
I can't do math.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why you're smarter than me.
The guy goes, "Hey, we're not investigators." I go, "Yeah, I am." I go, "Look at this angle. I go, "Look at this. This lines up." I took a string and I go, "See, this is the car. This is the car door that did it." And I go, "Look at the angle. It's coming this way." He goes, "Yeah, but you know what? Odds are this piece of shit car doesn't have insurance." And I was like, "Oh."
Cops are so stupid. Lisa Traeger has a great joke where she was like drunk and a cop like grabbed her or whatever, and she was like, "If you were smart, you'd be a detective." And I love that so much.
I so agree with that. I do not like cops, but I love a good detective.
Oh, well, detectives care.
Yeah.
Well, I think detective is just a rank.
No, but
No,
like it's a attitude.
And a job title. Now, you didn't have that. You had standard Austin PD.
Yeah, which after these past couple years have been very hard on APD, so they hired a bunch of new ones. And I'm telling you, this new APD is hot.
Did I tell you what I did at the buzz mill? I was standing with a police officer right behind me, and I turned around, and I was like, "Just shoot your shot." And I turned around, and I said, "Sir, I have a question for you." And he's like, "Of course." And I go, "Now, is there a requirement for the Austin Police Department for you guys to be hot as fuck?"
And what did he say?
He goes, "You have no idea how much I appreciate that." I just walk around, and I look around. I go, "Every cop here is so good looking." And
Yeah.
He's like, "I appreciate what you're saying right now so much." I go, "You have a great day, sir."
Okay, I'm gonna ask him.
line.
I'm gonna try
What
that
are they
later.
gonna do? Arrest me?
Yeah.
For what? Being flirty?
Oh, we go. Oh, is that a gun in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me?
Ooh, you want to play my fucking ass?
I got
He's like, what?
Jimmy?
no. I don't like cops, dude. I got in an
No,
accident the other
I'm
day.
not saying
and a
that.
cop gave me
I'm
a
not
ticket.
saying that.
Well, you're like, oh, he has handcuffs, and I like that.
No, we're saying they're hot.
Yeah, I've never seen a hot cop.
You've never seen a hot cop?
Do you
mean-
walk around APD?
Sometimes when they're out directing traffic, and I'm like, oh, that motherfucker's sweating.
Oh, are you talking about men or women?
Are you talking about men or women?
I've never seen a hot female cop.
Well, I mean, that uniform's
Okay, so that's the other time I've been interacting with APD. I was over
So wait,
here.
did they do anything? Did you wait for the guy to come out of the car?
No, he goes. I can't. He goes. I can't wait here.
What? It's a crime scene.
No, it's not. It's not a crime scene. He didn't. It's not a crime scene.
Yeah, it is. If you hit someone's car and then walk away, that's a federal offense.
No, if you do it while you're driving. Colton said.
Well,
it
he
was
was
the door.
driving.
A federal offense.
You said the door.
I don't think it's
came
a
out
federal
and hit him,
offense.
right?
I think
It's a
tops it's a
crime.
misdemeanor.
Well, misdemeanor you right into these fucking bars because you are done.
I just like. Can I get some justice?
Well, no, it's illegal.
Start calling him
you
your
can't
honor.
do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that, pigs.
But I think they prioritize their crimes, and I think that they go, this one's a little baby one,
Well, this guy, what kind of car was it?
a Jetta.
It was probably a woman. Only women drive Jettas.
No, because he had. I drive a Jetta.
Well, you're. that when the
Wait,
guy. Can I tell you when the tarot card reader the other day was like, "Do you work with women?" I go, "No, but a lot of gay men." And he goes, "That's not the same thing." I go, "Oh, I forgot."
Yeah. He's like, feminine energy is really a thing.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
goes,
He
that doesn't
He's
exist.
like, "Gay men aren't gonna steal from you." I was like, "For sure."
They're honest.
Women will.
Women will.
They're
He goes, "And there's a
broken.
woman coming right now."
I'm so curious. How do you think a woman could get into your life to steal from you?
Well, I actually wrote
Maybe
a
like
joke
an
about it, but I
agent.
Oh yeah, that's a man.
Yeah.
I guess like a
He
manager
says,
or
"Puro
something
pinche
because
cowboys."
I'm very, as someone who's about to blow up and become incredibly famous, I keep my circle small, and for other people to get into there, and for a woman to get into there, very hard.
Mm-hmm.
I already have. I will say, and this may be bad to say, like I kind of have enough female friends, and I have a large roster of very close female friends, and I don't have any more time to offer to women.
You're on your Drake shit right now. Just no friends. No,
No,
new
I have
friends.
I have so. No, I'm down for more male friends.
Okay.
But I have enough. I mean, when I'm talking to like 7 women every week for multiple hours on the phone.
I don't have 7 friends.
Yeah.
Really? Well, I have I'm from a small town, so I still talk to all my friends from high school.
I
Oh.
talk to my friends from high school. It's still 3.
Right. I think
I
you know
guess.
when
And then Portland.
when we're
I said
like
7. It's 4.
working and like doing things. And he goes, when do you guys have the time for this? It's like, I think that you're just maybe spending too much time on the phone.
I have to keep up. I have such a close relationship with a lot of people.
What do you do while you're on the phone? Do you do other things? You just sit on the phone?
No, I clean. I kind of do that stuff. I go for walks, but...
Oh, he doesn't have laundry in his apartment either, so he does a lot of that.
Yeah.
Do a lot of laundry. Yeah, I mean, you can always multitask, do the phone stuff.
I talk to my sister every day.
Yeah, I talk to Nissa, Hannah, Molly, Julia. I talk to my sister at least once a week. My mom...
Now you're just bragging.
Well, and then I talk to my friend Ryan every single day on the phone.
You talk to Ryan every day?
We are in constant communication. It's text.
I don't
all
like
day long,
this.
And
I don't like this.
We talk on the phone once a day.
I don't like this.
And then
I'm getting upset.
I'm
getting upset.
I've been calling you recently a lot. Sometimes when you don't answer, I go, does Colton think I'm needy?
I've actually told Chip that he's needy, and it has been biting me in the ass ever since. It's just...
I call Greg a lot.
Yeah. Greg's... Yeah, I've started to call Greg more.
If we're friends, I'll call you.
Okay.
I've never gotten a call.
I mean, honestly, this has been a great intro.
It is. I was going to tell one other story, but it does not matter. We have to do another intro. Maybe you guys can check in next week. If you guys are following us, thank you so much. We would love it if you would rate and subscribe. Oh
or
my God.
email us and get on the podcast.
Yeah. We'll do shout-outs. We'll do advice if you have questions.
Of course.
Listen, we are flexible. Not
Anything you
Dylan,
need.
but...
Can you actually, what you did on the podcast when you outed me, you said I actually can't kick high. Do you want to redeem,
Yeah, no, you can kick high.
No, and you saw it, and what did you... Colton,
yeah,
and
you did
Colton
kick
saw me
high,
kick high,
you did, and he goes, wow, that is high. But then what did you say? Actually, I was so high, I hurt myself.
Yeah, well, that was... yeah, but you were in shock.
I was like, wow, I don't care who you are.
I was trying to prove a point, and you were like, and something that you said, it went up, and then it just kept going up.
Yeah.
And you were shocked.
I was shocked, but I don't think you could get that high again because you're scared that you hurt yourself again.
I do it every single day. Now, guys, our guest this week is, a legend.
I was trying to think of other big words. Good friend.
Acquaintance.
A mother.
To comedians.
Yes.
In real life?
And cats.
And cats. And, she's the booker here, The Creek and the Cave.
She has a long storied history. If you know, you know. And if you don't, guess what? You're not going to find out because we don't really talk about the industry on this podcast.
No, we're going to have her back to talk about the industry. This was more about, sex and...
just getting to know somebody.
Getting to know someone.
You know?
So give it up.
For...
Rebecca
Trent. Oh, you didn't know her last name? Oh, well, legend. You said legend. Yeah. The legend of her last name is...
I'm a first name type of girl.
Yeah, Rebecca's like Cher. It's just all
Yeah, Rebecca's like Cher. When people say Rebecca, they go, Rebecca.
Yeah.
So enjoy this episode with Rebecca Trent. I love a good...
And we're back.
This is the one thing that we really don't do is make the guests feel comfortable.
That's clear. Yeah.
That's
we're
unique.
not... I mean, but hey... This is
great.
your place. You can do whatever. You've been here. You've sat in this couch before.
I've done more than sit on this couch.
Oh.
What?
I want to do more on this couch.
And here,
Actually,
I don't know. It echoes, I think.
I think you're sitting on where.
You're sitting in it.
You know what? I actually know you're sitting in it.
Sitting on what? Cum?
Wait.
I've seen the stains.
Some say it's cum. Some say it's pee.
Are you guys weird about that kind of? Are you guys weird about that kind of stuff when people are like, you see in movies or whatever, they'll be like, if you had sex on this couch, I'll go sit somewhere else. I'm like, I don't care.
You sleep in other people's beds, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had sex there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
I was just talking
You go to
about
hotels,
room
don't you? Those have had sex on them.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
No,
that makes no sense.
so weird.
Room Raiders.
Oh my God! You know that a boy from high school when I was? Do you ever watch Room Raiders?
I don't know what that is.
It's an MTV show where they kidnap you and then they go into their room. They kidnap 3 guys and then the girl goes into the room with like a black light.
Yeah. So then the 3 guys go into a van and they have to watch her going through their stuff.
And they're like, "No, not my mini fridge!" And she opens it up. It's filled with cum. You're like, "Ow!"
The big reveal is that everything's got cum on it.
Yeah. They'll be
Always the big reveal.
But
they'll have like a picture of her ex, of his ex, and he's like, "Oh fuck, hey bros, who I just met, I loved her."
By the way, they're
she'll be
all
like,
like closeted
disgusting.
gay guys that look like Colton. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
And then the girl would just like, "Ew, disgusting," and like throw their stuff around. And they always did the black light on the bed,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Ew, disgusting. There's cum on it."
That's so.
Of course there is.
Of
That's
course,
what boys
there
do.
is.
My story with
Room
Room
Raiders.
Raiders is that I was hanging out in the basement with a kid in high school. This is like, not in high school, when I was in 6th grade. And he was putting his foot and like playing with my ball sack while we were watching that. And I was like, this is the hottest kid in my school.
Jessica DeBolt.
I feel like you really shoehorned that anecdote in there, honestly.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Well, one time, I guess I already said her name.
He's so hot, so.
But
What?
I can't say. I'll say her first name. Jessica, when I was in 7th grade, did that to me, and she looked at me like, "You're welcome that I'm doing this with my foot." And I looked at her like, "This is awful."
Oh, I loved it.
Foot on dick? Do you still like foot on dick?
No, but it was just like, I was like literally the hottest kid in my 6th grade class. And I was like, what is he? And he was like popular too. And so it was like, what is happening?
And what was happening?
He was just tickling his little raisin sack there
Yeah,
with his
yeah.
toesies.
Oh, yeah, but did anything become of it?
No, I'm
No,
a
of course
pussy.
not. He's scared.
I still to this day.
Did you go?
I still to this
Were you
day.
just pretending to watch the movie?
Do you stalk him on social media now?
No, I did look him up the other day. But he's hot. I'm not like a
he
huge
so
like
hot?
star.
Other
He's
day?
still so hot. But I will say, I'm not someone who like truly. If there was a guy sitting here that I was like kind of on a date with, and he kind of grabbed my dick, I'd kind of be like, I wonder if he wants to be friends. You know what I mean? Like I'm so bad at reading signs.
Dude, I am too. When
Yeah.
people hit on me, I literally will go somewhere not knowing if it's a date or not.
Yeah.
That happened to me and Justin. Like he was like, I want to spend some time. I want to talk to you about some stuff, and I was like, okay. I
Well,
don't
he
know
was
if this
playing
is...
it. He was playing it soft. He was like, "I want to talk business."
Yeah, it was very confusing.
Yeah.
And then,
And then you just learned lots of fun facts.
well, he started holding my hand during the meeting or whatever, and I was like, oh, this is something different. and then he kissed me in the street, and like we were walking back from the tiniest bar in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we walked into the middle of the street, and he turned to me and kissed me like traffic is coming or whatever. And he said that he knew that he got me, like he hooked me when I moaned into the kiss. And I was like, oh. And he was like, yes, I got her.
Oh, I love that.
And now we live together.
No, we live
Love
together.
can happen anywhere, even in the middle of the street.
Even in Austin.
Do you not like Austin?
She says it, but
I'm
she's
getting there. I'm warming up a
Yeah.
little bit more, but it was a tough transition.
Yeah.
I also do need to acknowledge that like a lot of the stuff that frustrates me about Austin would frustrate me anywhere else I was, because post-pandemic, we haven't woken all the way back up yet. You know what I mean? Like New York is not 24/7 like it used to be, and that's really what I miss. I miss
Yeah.
being able to eat a good dinner, a nice healthy meal at like midnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're on such a different schedule than regular people, and this is a 9-to-5 town. It's not a
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Hot Springs is
I actually-
a 9 to 5.
Oh,
yeah,
They shut everything down.
I bet the whole state shuts down. They just turn the power grid off in Arkansas, and you're done for the night.
I actually
the
thought I was
TV
gonna-
goes to like static. There's nothing.
This Hot Springs is a weird counterculture.
Did
in
y'all have
Hot
internet
Springs.
there?
Yeah,
Is
no,
the
no.
internet there?
There's hippies and shit too.
Oh,
It was incredible.
Okay.
Like the whole
Yeah.
Hot Springs
Yeah.
I wish
is
I
not
could've gone.
Arkansas.
Yeah. You have to. We should. I think we are gonna go up maybe monthly.
They're big fans.
that is an
They-
8-hour drive. You
It would be so worth
psychos.
it.
It'd be so.
It'd be
Monthly?
so worth it.
Maybe
All right, well,
bi-monthly.
Maybe by
Feels
monthly.
like so twice a month.
Oh, wait, that is what that means. Sorry, I've been telling everybody I buy so much that I've just been shoehorning it in. Yeah.
Are you
No.
identifying as bi now?
No.
It's done.
Actually, I got this ring in Hot Springs.
To remind you that you're gay.
And Dylan goes, "Oh my God, just gonna let you know, I love it, but you have to stop telling people you're bisexual."
Could you imagine if a man who was trying to finger you had that ring on? It'd be like, get out of here, faggot. Like, I don't like it.
No, I would be Dane cooking it. Just fucking.
You'd
God.
lose the
Whoa,
ring
whoa,
in
whoa.
somebody. That's what
Yeah,
would
that
happen.
is fine. And this
It's
also
gorgeous.
is. This one's. It's Moldavite. Is that the right word?
Oh my God, you would love this. We went to the store where he got this, and the woman walks in. She's like this old Jewish woman. She keeps saying things like, oh, that's back in the day when I was Jew.
But before, when I was Jewish, not like anymore. But that's a different story.
And then she picks up the ring and she goes,
I want the story.
I know. Because
Get her on the podcast.
She honestly was the most Jewish looking and sounding person I've ever
Oh,
seen
yeah.
in my entire life.
Hello, boys.
oh, okay, that's just a
you
full
need to
Jessica
try the
Kirsten.
matzo ball soup.
Well, then she goes, oh, I remember you. She goes, you picked out that ring. She goes, it was an intuitive pick because you know nothing.
Yeah, she goes, you don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, that is fantastic. I mean, the entire thing of Hot Springs is just diners, crystal shops, and like one,
Can we go there now?
Oh, it's so
It's
good.
so
wanna
good.
go.
Except the bathhouses aren't real bath like houses, so that's
In the
You
sense
mean you
that
can't have
fuck.
full-on
Yeah.
sex in them?
you
Is
can't
that what
have
you're
full-on
saying?
sex in there.
Yeah, that can be a challenge.
Honestly,
I suppose.
and I think that this is an attainable goal. I want somebody to give me lots of money to start a bathhouse in Austin.
Is there no bathhouse in
No,
Austin?
it closed down like 5 years ago.
Who closed it down? The health
No,
department?
the guy just didn't want to renew his lease. He was just old. He's like, I've just been cleaning up cum
I've been
for fucking
for
20 years.
generations.
But
Yeah.
it's actually such a good business model because the amount of hot gay men in Austin. Austin is run by gay men. And by that, I mean, I don't really know, but there's a lot of guys walking around in short shorts that I hope are gay.
Okay.
And I feel like it'd be a popping business.
I have so many things to say, and I don't think I should say any of them.
No, say all of them. Say all of them.
Say them.
Say them.
I mean, this town has definitely got a great, very supportive, big community in that world. But I'm just starting to figure out how this city is run, and
Yeah.
it's nefarious.
Oh, yeah. It
Nefarious.
is straight.
That is the other
Nefarious.
thing. I, in this bathhouse, am going to be accepting cartel money.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the first move.
And
It's a great front business.
I want to flip a church that's gone out of business because they're all gone out of business, and I want to call it, get this, Holy.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's a pool.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
bathhouse. It's a spa.
We're gonna have
it's
hot
a
tubs. There's gonna be
waxing.
masseuses.
Yes.
You can get. Are you going to allow women there? See, here's the
Separate
thing.
room.
From 9 to 5.
My favorite.
9 to
It's
5.
temple.
My favorite bathhouse in New York.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna treat them like Muslims and just kind of
Other
like
side.
section them off.
Don't
into
read.
the-
You're not allowed
Alright.
to read in here, honey.
You go to the red tent. You're bleeding.
Exactly. And also,
my
put this
favorite-
over your face.
My favorite bathhouse in New York was this amazing place called Emerald Spa. It was in Queens. Nobody knew about it. I was the only one who ever went there, and it was like Russian owned, and it was co-ed, and it was really awesome. And they would like beat you with branches, and like
Amazing.
Sergey would come and like do like these amazing massages in his hand. He could palm a basketball. He was amazing. He was so good. And I went in one day, and the lady at the reception desk like kind of jumped, and she was like, "Oh no, you can't." And they would not let me in because they had switched over to male only, so I wasn't allowed back in the bathhouse.
Oh,
That must have been so hard.
that
That's why.
sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Honestly,
I used to go and get like weekly massages.
I
there, and
want to
they switched
get
over.
birched so bad.
It's amazing.
What's birched?
It's when they beat you with like the wet branches.
Honey,
Like,
I'm
they
doing that in
soak
my
them.
apartment every single
They
night.
hit you. I believe it. You're a flogger. We get that. But you can pay a nice Russian man or lady to beat you on the back, and it's such a weird release, and it feels amazing.
Okay.
I would suggest it.
In Hot Springs, it's all like very industrial factory style. Like you go here, it's in this tub, and then it's weird. But an old man named Ricky just goes lean forward and just starts rubbing, like scraping my back, and in a good way. Where I felt like a kid, when you're just kind of like be jostled around, and he was just like, "Yeah, so you're not from here, huh?" And I'm like, "No, Ricky."
People kept saying that to us on this trip too. They're like, "You boys aren't from here, are ya?" We were like, "Is it because we're homosexuals?"
And they wouldn't answer. They
She
go,
goes-
"Well, I could tell you're not from here."
Yeah, I love that.
I could hear it in your voice. Probably,
Yeah,
more
probably.
than anything.
But do you think it was the lisp,
And
or do you
also
think
the
it was?
insane amount of gayness, I think, is
Yeah,
also part of
everyone
it.
keeps
You
saying
don't
that I
have
sound
a
so gay. Is that
you-
true?
Yeah, it's not a list.
I mean, don't have like a sibilant S or anything. You don't have
Do you
like
want
that
me to do your
traditional lisp.
voice?
Yeah, will you do my voice?
Yeah, would you do my voice?
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
I will say the
That's
best
crazy.
roast last night. One of the judges said to me, he was like, "Your look does not match your personality." He was like, "You look like you suck dudes off and make them swallow." And I was like, "I do love that."
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very true.
Thank you.
Yeah, they nailed it.
I
What
don't
was
know how
that
would
for?
work.
I was
I don't know how that would
feeling a
work.
connection.
He just leans in and starts kissing people. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought there was a connection.
Yeah. When did you lose your virginity?
Just shy of my 16th birthday.
Ugh, the dream.
Yeah, just shy. To a 21-year-old dude named Chris, who was a redhead.
Oh.
He was like 6'3", and he was also a virgin.
Oh,
so
wow.
it wasn't. He was 21, but he was also a virgin. So like nowadays, people are like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And it's
Yeah.
like, no, that was normal back then.
Maybe it wasn't. I'm not saying that it wasn't normal. What I'm thinking is if he was 21 and he had to find a younger lass, was he...
Like retarded? Are
Yeah.
you asking if he was retarded?
I'm asking you if you
To my
abused him.
All of the rape charges were dropped, Colton.
Okay.
No, he was all there. He was my best friend's like other best friend, and like we all hung out for like 3 years.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a creep that I'd just met or something,
Were you
or
guys
vice
drinking?
versa. No, I didn't drink back then.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't drink in high school.
That's cool.
I was a good girl. I was a member of Berlin Against Drugs.
Berlin, what?
I lived in Berlin, Germany for a while, so I was president of Berlin Against
too.
Drugs before I left. So I was like one of those people that was like, you have to stay sober and like all that stuff, and like and here we are.
Berlin.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed.
Yeah, but I think that's normal.
Did you... That's a Gagen's... Wait, how do you say that? Gagen's drugs? Drogen?
I don't know.
Dare,
remember.
dare to be sober.
You must be
Because
sober.
if you could go to that sex dungeon sober, that is a fucking high you will not forget. Seriously. I mean, doing shit sober is a fucking life on the chin. I'll tell you that much, Matt.
What's been the hardest thing that you've done sober that you were like, I
Feeling.
can't believe I got
Just
through that?
feeling.
Just feeling.
I swear to God, you go if you can just be okay feeling stuff, you can be sober. It's really no problem.
That's the whole key.
It's really the hardest part is just be like, I'm scared right now, or I'm sad, and I have to continue being sad until my body's done with it.
Right.
Like that's the hardest part. Because I mean, really, drinking, you're just like, I would love to not feel this anymore. Cheers, bye.
Right.
Yeah, you know what's funny about drinking though? I was thinking people always say that, and I feel like whenever I was drunk, it was like that's when I really got emotional. So it's like, and so, you know what I mean? Like it was
I
never
understand.
like it was never like, oh, I'm getting drunk and I'm gonna forget about all my problems. I would get blackout drunk and then like leave my friend's house and be listening to like the saddest music, like crying, walking
you
around
put
Portland.
yourself into a stupor.
Yeah, like it was like the only way I could feel. I'm like, that's why I'm like now when you're like being sober is like taking it on the chin. I'm like being sober is the best time I've ever had in my entire adult life.
Yeah.
Really?
I love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, drinking was also just like I was miserable.
Yeah.
And really fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's your most favorite part is just not being
Not
so
being fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being skinny makes you happy.
Do you go to the do you go to the gym?
Yeah, 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
He does a lot
Do
of.
you actually work out while you're at the gym, or do you mostly text?
No, I'm literally like on it the entire time.
Okay.
I'm also when I say sober, I'm like I am smoking weed, so I'm like so high
You're
at the
Cali
gym.
sober.
Yeah, Cali sober, and then I'm like doing I'm almost embarrassed to say this at the gym, like fully doing a full concert, lip syncing the music. It's almost at the point where I'm like, I'm sure people are like, this freak is for attention, but I actually needed to get through the
Oh,
workout.
who cares? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Freak needs attention. I'm not gonna give it to
Dude,
them.
I would go to like Blink Gym in New York, and like dudes would be in there with like full on like Timberland boots and like gear and like working out, and like there would be like weird dudes who would just like pull on a thing and then like spin around and then pull down on it again, and it's like, what? That's not even a workout. Like I don't even know what you're doing. That's not even how you use that machine.
Oh, there's one guy at my gym who literally uses like those circle rings, like
Yeah.
the gymnastics, and he like is doing, I would say, I would call it dancing on them, but he is upside down. And I'm like, sure, you are technically working something, but what you're really doing is showing off.
Yeah, that guy's worse than you are.
Yeah.
So you don't
for
have to worry
sure.
about it.
And I would never do that because if I was upside down and I absolutely could pull myself up and throw myself upside down, and the reason I don't do it is because my shirt would come over my head.
He needs like a sock garter for his shirt.
Yeah.
How much do you think cutting his tits off would be? Because he said
Oh.
$15,000.
$15,000. And the minute I have $15,000, they're coming right off
I
on
think
me.
you could do it in 10.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. My whole
Have you done
goal-
research?
Yeah.
I think.
I've sent
I mean,
pictures.
it depends on how. Like, if they have to like completely pull the nipple off and like replace it.
So I told
It depends on what much of a nightmare you've got going on under there.
and here's
Can we
the-
see your tits?
Not on camera, and here's
but I can describe them to you.
and then so
I just saw them for the first time.
Draw them for
well,
me.
you also saw them last year at going out at Rebecca's birthday party.
Yeah, at the pool party.
But I'm telling you, I don't need my nipples. If they're saying that it's less money, I'm like, take it off like a woman who has cancer. Like, I give it flat, I'll tattoo them back on.
Yeah, I mean the tattoo part, but
I
I
don't
think
know.
like you want like a little bit of a like don't you want a little gumdrop for people to like a little bit?
No.
No.
I'd
Do you have
I'd
sensitive
rather-
nipples? Like, do you like
No,
it
they're
when a
blown
fella
out, honey.
suckles?
No, they're come on. Come on. I got
Those
so
are
fat they
getting-
blew them. I got hubcap nipples, honey. Take them off.
Okay, well then maybe if you're really gonna get rid of the nipples, there's probably I'd say $8,000. That makes it even cheaper.
I'm like, just cut them off.
Yeah, how
I'm
much money
really-
do you have right now? Maybe we can make a
I
deal.
have $5,000 in my savings.
I mean,
I shouldn't say that honestly.
you could
Who cares?
you could probably find a plastic surgeon around here that would.
What I'm gonna do is actually, this probably whatever, but like
The
I'm just
problem
gonna,
is that there's such a waiting list right now.
what?
Like reconstructive surgery right now.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy, like long waits. Like I have friends that are waiting for reconstruction for like they've told them it's gonna be like an 18-month wait.
That's okay because I actually do. I'm like feeling very comfortable in my body from what it was before, so I'm like it doesn't actually matter. And also I want to get into build up some real muscle and try to get all the fat off my body prior to doing it anyways.
That'll help them too.
And I have to quit smoking. Today's day 2 of not smoking, but like you can't be like smoking a pack a day when you're getting surgery like that. So I'm trying to get myself as healthy as possible, and it will also
smart.
save all my money, lose all the weight, and then get it done.
Could I recommend eating kava every day?
Absolutely, I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
That is Colton's #1 trick.
okay. Ooh, cool.
Honestly, I was
You're keeping
thinking,
secrets.
Well, I was thinking that I would pitch Kava
As a
like
sponsor?
a before and after.
Oh.
But then also like be like, and I won't rape kids
We don't do that
I
here.
see where you're going
because
with
of
that.
Jared.
But to be fair,
You
Subway's,
guys forgot. Everyone forgot about Jared already.
No, we didn't forget. Subway's
okay.
Subway's a disgusting sandwich shop.
It's horrific.
Right, and
and
Kava.
horrible. And kava is this beautiful,
Kava.
natural, sculpted my body.
I actually don't have any feeling in my tits either.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so
Colton,
sad.
I
I love
will
a fellow with sensitive nipples. I
Yeah.
think that's awesome.
I actually hate it when I'm seeing a porn and this guy is just giving it to some twink and he starts going.
I don't like when they do it themselves. I don't like that.
I hate it. He's just like sitting there banging out, just going like this, and I was like, "That's not for me."
Neither.
you
If
don't.
I turn around and his hands are on his own nipples, I'm gonna be like, "Put
I'm
them
done.
back on my hips,"
Yeah.
you know, dancing.
yeah. I like a sensitive nipple on a fella. I think it's fun.
What do you do to it?
You get stuck on it. Yeah, bat it around a little bit.
This.
Yeah, it's like a little pit stop on the way down to the blowjob. You start off making out, and then you have like a little pit stop there, and then you
Yeah.
follow the trail down, and then
Yeah.
there you are.
Did you call them happy trails?
Happy trails, yeah. That's what everybody calls them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Have you never heard of this term before?
No, for sure I did. I was actually really stoked when I hit puberty and I had one. But
Oh.
then now I'm like, fucking take it off. Why would you want that?
See, I also love hair on a fella.
He does
I'm not
too.
a part of the
don't-
part of the wax brigade.
I'm whatever. I'm very open to many different looks.
I saw a man with cancer or alopecia today, and I was like, you look great.
yeah.
He had no hair.
No eyebrows.
Nothing.
No knuckle hair.
I
This
like-
man was smooth as hell. And I was like, I don't mind that
Like
at all.
powder.
Yeah, I was like, we just fucking lubed that whole body up.
You're just trying to turn everyone slowly into a gimp, I think. That's your real goal.
Yo, I mean, it'll be a very interesting me in 10 years.
Yes, it will be. Once you open your bathhouse
what
and you've
about-
had 5 years of mopping.
Right, and I'd be like, I've been in every
Living
kind
a
of
dream.
hole. Yeah.
Oh, we can finally get. Remember when we told your dad that we wanted to get vintage glory holes for the cornhole boards?
Yeah.
We can finally get the vintage glory holes and use them in your bathhouse.
That's beautiful.
I think all vintage. I was wondering, do you know the history of glory hole walls? Like,
First, well, did you see the new kids in the hall? Like the kids in the hall that they did the new one.
no.
So they did a new season this last year. It was on Amazon, I think, and one of the characters was a talking glory hole from the 50s, and I was like, oh my god, I have to watch this with Colton, and I turned it off, and then I forgot and never put it on. But we need to watch that. It's amazing. It's so funny. This would be a good cutaway right now, so that we could sort of enjoy it as a group and talk about how great Dave Foley is.
Matt, if you don't put that in, I mean, you're gonna get fucking knee kicked in the fucking leg.
Is this what he's here for? You're just abusive towards.
Well, the whole podcast is abusive.
You've got to stop referring to them as the help, okay?
Yeah. Oh, he's not even helpful.
Unbelievable.
No, I'm just kidding. You know that I'm absolutely obsessed with you, and I would lose my virginity to you, and you know that.
Are you virgin?
Well,
No, I just an ass virgin, honey. I've never.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't bottom. It's a weight issue.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a weight class.
I have friends that are
I'm also
larger that are
6'5".
power bottoms, and like it's interesting the conversations that we have. It like I just
who?
I can't. I'm not gonna. I can't.
Okay.
I don't think I'm allowed to do
Do
that.
I know them?
Yeah.
Do I know them?
Oh,
yeah.
Is it? Is it that person that I'm thinking of?
Wait,
Probably.
look at me.
Whoa.
Look at me. Yeah.
I said no. I said no. It's not that one.
It's not this one.
No.
Okay.
It's MK Paulson.
That would not surprise
Yeah.
me if MK was like a 6'7", like
He's
fucking.
not. He's not heavy though. He's just super tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
He
love it.
thinks of himself as heavy.
Oh, that makes me
Yeah.
sad.
He calls him a big butch queen. Yeah, queen.
Aw, I don't want him. I think he's gorgeous.
I
He
think he's
shouldn't-
gorgeous too.
Yeah, he should
We
love his
gotta-
body.
we
My
gotta
favorite thing
Great
about
body.
MK is how flirty he is to literally any single person.
He's so sweet and
He-
adorable,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
100%.
I like nobody feels annoyed being flirted at by him. Do you know what I mean?
No, I was leaving a show and he was like, "Where are you going?"
Exactly. You're like, what? Stop.
I was like, "MK, I work in the morning. Stop." He's like,
Stop touching your hair. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I was like, what?
"Yeah, I love it."
He's the best.
What do you have? Because I don't know how much stuff you want to say, but what do you have coming up in the next year that you're excited about?
In the next year that I'm excited about? I've got, Skankfest Vegas.
Are
And
you done booking that?
I've got like one more round that I'm finishing up, and then
Okay.
I'm going to be done.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's so.
It's crazy.
An undisclosed festival.
Uh-huh.
You know who you are. Charge me $40 to submit to their festival. And then the Google form that they use
Right.
came in a day late. I paid on time. Form came in a day late, and they go, "There's nothing we can do." I was like, Don't say there's nothing you can do, because
Okay.
there's something you can do.
How about we
and
just say
there's-
this? Stop fucking charging comics for fucking submitting a tape to your shitty fucking festival. It's stealing. You're stealing from the people who have the least amount of money in our community. It is absolutely unconscionable. All of those people, every single one of them should be ashamed of themselves. Every single one of them. Especially the assholes who took the fucking money during the pandemic. Everything got locked down and nobody refunded. I know who those people are and they suck.
Yeah.
Pigs.
We don't charge for Skankfest. I look at over 1,000 tapes every year,
Right.
personally.
That's what I was going to say.
We do not charge. You might not get picked,
Yeah.
but we're not going to make you be out a couple fucking bucks or 40. 40's insane.
40's crazy because they make you send in a 5-minute clip. So are they charging
They're charging
$40
you $40 for them to
minutes?
look at 5 minutes of your
Really?
material.
You think you're worth $40 every
your,
5
your
minutes?
opinion is that fucking... I mean, how self-inflated do you have to be?
Right?
You are not supposed to be feeding your fucking kids off of somebody else's backs like that. That's fucked up.
I've also done
makes me so
submissions
angry.
for a comedy festival before, and
Yeah.
literally everyone's watching about 2 minutes. Like the
I watched
amount-
the whole tape.
That's amazing. But like,
once I start to go screen blind after a while,
Yeah.
like I will go like, all right, let me skip to the middle. Or like if I already know you,
yeah.
chances are it's like, I mean, either this tape is going to be spectacular and change my mind, or I was going to book you anyway. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I think actually the first time I ever saw Colton was when I was doing submissions for the Portland Queer Comedy Festival.
Oh, yeah?
I think I was doing that. I have a weird memory of like I can almost see his tape, and I don't know where. But yeah.
I love festivals in Portland. I love the way that the town is set up for festivals. It's so great. We used to do Bridgetown. Well, I would attend Bridgetown. The folks that did Bridgetown were brilliant.
I think I moved there the year after
it was
Bridge,
done.
which I was like, fuck
Yeah.
but whatever.
But it was beautiful. It was a beautiful festival. I loved it.
Yeah, he said they didn't want to pick me, but Dylan thought I was hot.
No, I did not say that.
Oh, did you get booked for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did you have to submit? How much did it cost?
I don't think I submitted.
How much did you pay
I don't
Dylan to
know.
look at your 3 minutes? Or 2? He said 2.
I'm sure me and Colton drunk both in blackouts met in Portland.
There's no way we.
And because
didn't.
when I first saw Colton, we both had like a hello, hi.
You sniffed each other's butts and we're like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
smells
I think
familiar.
we've met.
I think you pissed in
You
my
guys are like
house
puppies
before.
when you're around each other too. That's so funny.
No, you should see us when a hot guy walks up.
Both of us turned into like we literally have nothing. Oh, is that how you like to do stuff? Yeah.
Who do you think the hottest comic is right now? Like of all of the guys in comedy,
In
who's the
Austin?
hottest?
You know,
Anywhere. Who's the hottest?
I'll tell you the amount of women that have texted me, including my 60-year-old aunt, that's like, do you know who Matt Rife is? I'm like,
I'm not attracted to
And
Matt
So
Rife.
many insecure dudes will come up to me like in comedy and be like, "So is he funny?" Or like, and it's like, "Yeah, he's really funny
Yeah.
and he's super good looking."
and he's really
And
good at.
he's
his-
got a great personality because he used to not be good looking. Like he just grew into that face in like the last couple of years. Like he's got pictures of him from when he was younger, and it's like, oh yeah, like you were like an ugly duckling. You know what I mean? And he's beautiful,
Yeah.
absolutely stunning. I mean, we love a cheekbone, right?
Yeah, he's
We love
so
a
beautiful.
cheekbone.
Like it's almost.
But he's beautiful.
He's beautiful. It's
But
like
he's
Colton.
approachable. Like he's nice.
Yeah.
Like he talks to people. He hangs in a green room. He's not one of the beautiful people who like must fly private or whatever. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He doesn't have like society vibes, which is nice.
He's
Yeah,
the
but
same.
as soon as I can fly private, I am.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're gonna get a bathhouse and a plane, I would assume. Like
Yeah.
get a real investor.
If you're right, if
You
the
need
cartel is
real money.
investing, we
get a
gotta
plane.
we
You gotta-
gotta play.
you gotta
We
be
get a
able to
plane.
fly. You know, you gotta be able to fly people to your Epstein Island, right?
Yeah,
So
and I'm taking
you
a
need
lot
plane
of
for that.
trips because I can only fit so much in my butt. You know.
I feel like the cartel would love you.
You could just use luggage.
I swear to God, I've said this to
I
people.
could see the cartel being like, "Don't kill him." You know what I mean? Like, I know he doesn't. He owes us money or whatever, and he's doing
The
all
problem
the drugs,
is
but-
that like one cartel will be like, "Don't kill him," but then the other cartel will be like, "He's the first one that's gonna have to go."
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
like when
yeah.
it's a
Or like-
rival
yeah.
situation,
Yeah,
I'm-
that
they're
is-
gonna aim for you first because
They
you don't know
kill
how to
me
shoot.
because I know how to shoot.
Well, I know, but they're gonna assume that. You know,
Well,
it's very presumptuous. the
because
cartel.
he's gay.
You just dance around the bullets.
God, I would be somebody's like, you know, we're gonna take your wife, and he's like, I don't give a fuck about my wife. Like, we're gonna kill Colton. They're like, fuck you, give him back, give him back.
I'll do whatever you want. What do you want? Let me save Colton.
Right, man, and they love a pool, and guess what? I love to hang out by pools.
Who doesn't love to hang out by pools?
Right.
They're perfect. They're a lot of fun. You know, sure, things get a little crazy sometimes, but you just don't hang out too late night, you know? And you don't drink tequila, so you're probably all right.
They called me Tequila Steve when I did.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. Which is weird because you only drink Bud Light, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
I will say that going on vacation with Colton,
and
I was
actually,
like, he's
I
perfect.
didn't even know this.
Oh, Colton is perfect.
And like we were like at the bathhouse. He's like, he's like, I'm gonna book a facial. I was like, you know, I actually deserve a facial too. I was like, I like this. I like that Colton's like, no,
Colton knows how to take care of himself.
and I love it. Like
Yeah.
he was like, we're not going anywhere that doesn't have a hot tub. I was like, oh my god, I love this
The
guy.
first time that I met him, he had like gold, like rubber, like collagen patches under his eyes.
yeah.
Just like walking around, and I was like, "Hey, do you know those are still on?" And he was like, "Oh my god, I had no idea." But he's always doing like we have calming spray in the office because of him.
Yeah.
And like oftentimes I'll be like, "It's time for a meeting," and then he's like, "A massage meeting?" And it's like, "Yes, let's go get massages."
Yeah. Yes. I love that.
Yeah, we used to do more pool meetings.
I know because no, we can do them over at the new place I moved into that I'm trying to move out of. I'm looking for a house. Like I can't. I'm in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath with a cat and a man. No, it's not enough room.
How is the cat?
She's good. You tried to murder her and she did not die, so she's doing all right. She's doing okay. I went
telling
out
all
of
the
town
little
last year to review the Skankfest submissions at the Ocean because it's my favorite place to sit now. And I'm there. I call him and I go, hey, I think I want to stay for another night. Is that cool? And he was like, oh yeah, stay, no problem. I come home and my cat's like back end is not even really working and she's screaming and she's kind of like wobbling a lot. And I looked at Colton and he was like, I forgot to. He called his vet and we took her over and her sodium levels were insane and like they were like, she's probably gonna die tonight. So I stayed awake with her for like 72 hours. Like I would nap for like 20 minutes and I'd wake up and check on her and stuff. And she pulled through. She was fine.
You guys,
he was on the so brink scared. Of death. I mean, if I had stayed another day, which I almost did, she would have 100% been dead.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. God.
She had no water for 5 days.
Okay, so I got my cat. I've never touched. I don't know cats. What I know about cat is her cat sometimes bites me, so I don't love her cat. I mean, I don't want her to die.
She's sweet.
She's a fucking rat bastard, but I don't want her to die.
She's a beautiful calico.
I got all of my
20 years
cat
old.
skills from Brent Gill, who said that he goes from LA to Colorado and he goes like, yeah, just leave the cat there for like 6 days. So I was like, oh, cats can be left alone for 6 days?
Yeah,
and he said,
with the sink on and like a pile of food, sure.
Yeah, he has to tell me those. Brent, you have to tell me those things before I
Colton's
kill her.
not a details guy. So anyway, Brandon takes care of my cat now.
Yeah.
He's not allowed anywhere near her.
Right.
Yeah.
That's his preference too.
Also, I'm not someone who wants to really take care. But also, you take great care of the plants at your home.
It's amazing.
I walked in and
he
Chip
will
was
take
like,
care
oh,
of
this
an
is all
inanimate
Colton.
object that asks nothing of him forever.
Well,
but as soon as something
plants
goes
don't
mew,
bite
woof,
me.
or I need, he's like, ah, I'm done.
Oh my
What am I?
God.
What am I doing? No, get out of here. And
That
then he
is
goes,
for
like,
sure
talks to
the
a plant.
common denominator. If you say I need something, I'm instantly like,
You can see his neck.
Oh, yeah.
if
can
you're
see
like,
it.
I'm fine by myself, I'm like, how can I help you?
What do you need?
It's so funny you said that because in the car ride, we were talking about, like, Colton was like, I fucking hate this person. I hate this person.
God,
we
I'm
just.
so sad I missed that
And we
car ride.
Yeah, I know. And I
Who
go,
does he hate? Tell me more
well,
people.
And he goes, I go, what do you hate about them? And he tells me everything. I go, Colton, so it sounds like you just hate when someone ever asks or needs something from you. And he was like,
He and I have that in common.
yeah. Yeah.
I get a lot of like people like requesting stuff from me when they know that it's like at my busiest time.
Yeah.
And that's when it's like, no, I'm cool with you just being dead to me. That's better.
Yeah,
It's
I
easier.
agree. Me and Matt were just talking
I'll
about
hit you up when
beforehand.
I need something.
Yeah, me and Matt were just talking about this before the show started, being like, I will never ask to be on somebody's show.
Oh, that's dumb. You have to. You have to ask. It's so easy to fall through the cracks. You have to ask.
Yeah.
Especially in a scene like this where there's such an influx and you're getting people from out of town who are just relocating, who are like asking everybody.
Yeah.
You're going to fall under the fucking carpet. You can't do that. You have to ask.
Okay.
And also,
Matt, with the
it's
change.
good training for networking because this business is just as much about networking as it is about getting up on stage.
I know.
You know? It's the worst part. It's the part nobody likes other than the social media marketing stuff.
Did you think I was making this shit up?
No, but the way you say it to me is like, not helpful.
Wait, how do I say it?
you're
How do I
mean
say
about
it?
it.
No,
How do
Colton
I
texts
say
me
it?
and he goes, "What's wrong with you?" Meanwhile,
I can see that not being particularly
Okay,
helpful.
okay. So you don't go
I-
help?
There's damage.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I had just worked from 6 a.m. to 2. It's like 2:30. He's like, what's wrong with you? He's like, you need to be at the creek networking. And I was like, well, I don't have a badge for South by Southwest. He's like, I can get you all of that. I was like, I have a hard time asking for things like that. So I just thought we were doing our own thing.
Yeah.
He goes, he thought he was just going to take South by off. He was like, well, I was just going to
I'm not
do
in it.
nothing.
What are you, retarded?
I get nervous.
You need to meet. Like, aren't you excited for like the reunion part where you get to see comics from like other towns that you don't normally get to see? And
Yeah.
you're excited about that.
Yeah.
But not excited enough to leave
have a
your
har-
house.
No, I would. I don't know. I don't like to be like, I never want to feel like I'm like
That's not true at all.
asking for favors.
No, I mean that's
He'll-
different. Like you're in the circle. Like you're not
Yeah.
asking for favors. You're telling us what you need. That's
See,
different.
and that's what Colton does as well.
See, that's what I told him.
It's different.
Yeah.
He works at the Thompson Hotel, which is where they stay. And he'll go, I know exactly who you are. Like,
oh, there was one day I was literally at the cash register and it was like Jessica Kirsten, Rachel Feinstein, Elizabeth Baker, Andy Hands, and like literally every single one. I was like, and here's my compliment for you about this, this, and this, and next one, next, boop, 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 boop.
I loved you, Disgusting Hawk.
Oh yeah,
Rosebud, congratulations on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah,
you two are a happy couple.
I'm a fat pig Jessica Kirsten fan, like from back in the day.
We all are.
And
I mean,
if you know what's hilarious. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
We refuse to take down the poster. Like, we love her.
Right.
Oh no! If you go back and listen to Fat Peg, which I hope no one does, but like, I mean, it's the best podcast ever to me. But I literally wrote an email in there to them as a thank you. Did not want it to be on the podcast, and they read it and they talked to me for like 30 minutes.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it's on but it's the funniest podcast in the world.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
But
Were you
also
doing
Rachel
comedy at
Feinstein
the
was
time?
like there, and she was like literally like throwing everything out of her purse. She was like, I don't know where my debit card is. I was like, at least you're exactly who I thought you were gonna be.
Yeah, Rachel's amazing.
Yeah,
She's a total
hilarious.
sweetheart. Yeah, I keep trying to book her, and she keeps not being bookable.
Why?
Well, because there's a lot of clubs in this town, so you guys share, and some of them don't share too good.
Mm-hmm. Matt, what do you
I wonder
got?
which one I'm talking about.
What do you got? You're quieter than usual. Did you do meth today?
I did.
Are you scared
I
of
feel like
Rebecca?
if I did meth, I'd be a lot more talkative.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No, it's just been
So
a great.
funny. I'll just say a close person who's definitely related to me, but she doesn't like it when I talk about her.
Okay.
Her boyfriend used to do meth.
Is this your sister?
You're such a dick.
I don't know, but he used to do meth. And actually, what I found out is that a lot of people in the 90s used to do meth from Gay Tony. He told me that. And because he said it was a new one, he didn't know the consequences. Anyways, she said that she always sings that song whenever it comes up.
More meth, more meth, more meth. I think of it every time I hear that word. Like when it's on the news and stuff, I'll start saying that.
When is it on the news?
Meth, more. Like, you know, when they're like, oh, we just a meth lab just burst into flames
It just
in
burnt.
Iowa or something.
Yeah.
Every time I hear about meth, I think about my uncle who's also gay, and he works in recovery, even though he's an addict, and he'll be like, Dylan.
Complicated.
Yeah.
Well, that's how recovery works.
He lives in like Fort Lauderdale and says things like, you know, I fucked more men than you'll ever meet. And so he's really fun, but he'll be like, don't ever do meth. He's like, I have to pick these guys up. They did meth all for like 3 days in a row. They got fucked by 100 guys, and now they're all wearing diapers. And I was like, I don't want to do meth.
I would say that might be a more extreme example of what might happen to you with meth. I think usually it's more of a dental issue than a diaper issue, but
Yeah.
you know, I could see that.
Yeah.
You don't want to blow out your O-ring.
What's an O-ring?
Your sphincter muscle.
Yeah.
You don't want to blow out your O-ring. That's a bad move.
I've never even tried.
Ruin your sex life. Well, not yours, but
You have a pretty big dick. Have you ever got accidentally cherried somebody?
What does
What is
that
that?
mean?
Cherry bud? Cherry bud? Isn't it called cherry bud?
Popping a cherry?
No.
cherry popping daddies.
Cherry bud is when the sphincter kind of like.
When it
comes
rose,
out.
it's called a rosebud.
Rosebud.
When it rosebuds.
Oh,
Rosebud.
a prolapse.
You a prolapse.
Yeah.
I
But
try-
just like a
I try
little
not
bit.
even to look
You ever
at the
prolapse it? He doesn't look at the hole.
hole. I don't like to look at the hole.
He wouldn't know.
It's disgusting.
He just moves the hemorrhoids out of the way and goes. To
Yeah,
town.
Jesus. Have you ever fucked a person with hemorrhoids?
I don't even know what they are.
Oh,
I've never
it's
seen
like
one.
mud flaps coming out of the back end.
Oh, yeah.
Like a tag, like a skin
I
tag?
didn't know that's what.
they're
No,
bigger
it
than
almost
that
kind of looks like a
usually.
pussy.
You can so you
It
can
almost
see?
looks like a
Yeah,
pussy.
pussy.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I was like-
honestly, I thought that's what man pussy meant. I thought it was like dudes with bad hemorrhoids for a long time.
You know what's crazy? I did not realize that that's what it is. But now, yeah, it
That's-
looks like
yeah.
you're. I was like, damn, I'm fucking wrecking this man's pussy.
And he was. And those are called anal fissures. And oh my god, the pain.
Oh God!
And he liked it?
I don't know. I just right when you said that, I had like a vision of me looking down and being like, "What's that?" I was like, "Wow, he really must get banged out." But
I mean, it could be hemorrhoids or it could be a prolapsed.
yeah, I haven't had
What are they?
anal. in a-
Colon, right? A prolapsed colon, I think. You know, women can prolapse their
Sphincter.
vaginas when they give birth. Like sometimes, like everything comes out and they have to like stuff it back in and stitch it back up.
Like,
So
just keep on
girls can
looking at his
prolapse too.
face.
You okay, Matt?
No,
You
I
gonna throw up?
don't like that. I don't like it. This is like when we talked about the drag queens, how they tuck. I think
yeah.
about that every
Day?
3 hours.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
the
like
alarm
it.
Because you're
set.
jerking off to it.
Yeah.
Every 3 hours.
I hate that shit. That must be where bussy comes from.
Bussy.
Yeah.
No, boy pussy.
pussy.
I know,
Pussy,
but
pussy.
they had to have looked at a butt with hemorrhoids and been like, it kind of looks like a pussy.
I mean, that's kind of what I thought. Maybe. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen a hemorrhoid.
yeah,
Are you getting
I
up in
haven't.
there,
either.
I
those
bet
boys'
you have,
asses?
and you didn't know what
No.
you're looking at because sometimes they are a little, like, really small, like little
gonna
skin
Google it.
tests.
Don't, Colton.
You don't want to
Don't
do
do
this.
that.
You're gonna gag into that microphone.
Are you eating boys out?
I have.
Yeah.
I have, but I'm not with somebody who enjoys that.
Good for
right
you.
now. So
You're-
like I,
so you're
I
with a
kind of lucked
man.
out. I'm with a man.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I'm with a man. Yeah, for sure. He like
Who's also, by the way, the nicest guy.
he is so nice, and he's so like attentive,
Yeah.
attention to detail. Like he absolutely like wants to make sure that I feel good when
Good.
we're feeling good together.
Yeah.
And it is just it's such a compliment. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like to like have somebody be present with you while it's going on.
Is this the best relationship you've ever had? Bad
You know,
question.
we're new. We haven't been together for very long. It's definitely like the most whirlwind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as like so many changes happened so fast in our relationship that, you know, there's been a lot of catching up and stuff like that. But this is the first time I've ever been with somebody who like is on the
You saw
same
the
path as me.
hemorrhoids.
Have you seen? So those are hernias. Let's see. Let's show.
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
It's just guys wearing jeans holding
No,
their
no, no,
butts.
no, that.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, she made it bigger.
Oh, wow. This is not great for podcasting, but this is a pretty disturbing picture. These are just surgeries on how they fix
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I
though.
can't see. I like Dr. 90210. I loved the story arc of all of those, but I could never watch the actual surgery.
I loved watching
One
surgeries.
time,
Surgery
I
doesn't
so my
bother me.
ex was a anesthesiologist, but he did his residency in hand.
I'm so
Surgery.
surgery.
He was okay. That's very
And
complicated.
one time I was like, this motherfucker is cheating on me. I know it. So I went through his phone, and it was all just pictures of like
hands?
filleted body parts and just like surgeries. And
And you came immediately?
And so he was like, I'll never. He's allowed to
fine.
cheat. He's allowed to.
He sees
I'll
horrors.
I'll never look at that again.
Oh.
So I
But
never
But he
went-
wasn't
and
cheating,
then-
was he?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I don't think so. He seemed like he was a singular focused kind of
Yeah.
very autistic.
Yeah, I'm very sick of hearing about him.
Well,
I don't
really?
talk about him. I don't talk about him.
Oh yeah, we didn't have 3 days on him the last 2 days.
No, that's not what's happened. Whoa. He's trying to get me divorced. Jesus Christ. So yeah. I hope that I don't
So
see,
have
like,
you seen
this
a
isn't
hemorrhoid
fucking-
before?
No, I've never seen a hemorrhoid.
Well,
And I hope to never see it.
How
again.
would he? You're getting fucking banged out over here. Oh, I asked Colton. I go, how often are you having anal sex? He goes 0 to 7 times a week. I was like, that's a perfect answer.
That's a perfect answer. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's every day. Other days it's I haven't seen you in a while.
Do you switch it up or are you straight?
Well, I said I was bisexual for about 2 years.
No, not
But-
that. I mean, do you switch up? Like, are you versatile or are you only strictly bottom?
I would say I can be verse, but not in the same session. Like
Okay, that
I
makes
don't-
sense.
To me, it's more of a power play. So if I'm topping, I don't even want. I'm not. If I'm topping, I'm
You're
not
doming.
sucking your dick.
Right.
Yeah, and if you're topping, you're not sucking my dick, because that
We've
to
got
me,
roles to play.
There's
There's rules.
because I'm not breaking character. That's
Exactly. I
why.
get it.
That's
You're
beautiful.
committed to the bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't was like, I won't even watch it. Like if I'm watching some dude suck some other guy off, and then that guy starts bottoming, I'm like, what the hell these
That
two
is
faggots up to? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Well, famously, you've said many times you believe there are only 2 genders.
That is absolutely not true. I believe there's 57.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That seems like a lot.
I think that I don't know what the real number is, but it's like
I don't think
it's
there is
like
a real number.
67.
It's an imagination thing. Like if you can come up with it, you can be it, right?
Oh, if you can think it, you can be it.
I think that's the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
If you can think it, you can be it.
Hey, who could be mad about that?
Didn't you guys go to school like kindergarten with like some weird little girl that was like homeschooled for too long who like would meow her answers instead of
Yes.
saying
Yeah. Stephanie.
yeah, she just identified as a cat. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like that. Dude, so I mean, honestly, maybe she's a furry now. Who knows?
I actually don't respect furries.
Really?
No,
Why?
he's been on this. He won't respect it.
I just don't.
Have you ever met one?
I've seen videos.
That's not the same thing.
Okay.
You've never met somebody who has a fetish for it?
Actually, I think we interviewed someone on the street one time who was a furry.
That's interesting. I mean, I find it really fascinating. I've been on the road with comics when like a furry convention's been at the hotel, and so like I would end up like being at a hotel bar and like talking to somebody about it, and like I'm talking to like a purple squirrel or something. You know what I mean? But it's like it's kind of neat that they have their community.
Is it?
I
is
think
it a,
it's the
is
costume.
It a? Yeah, that's what. Like,
If they were
to
more
me, it's a
life, if it was
mascot.
more lifelike, like if they had the makeup done really well,
Like
and
if it was like cats.
yeah,
like,
yeah, like that, like if it was like that, I'd be like, yeah.
If you were
But
Mistopheles, I'd be in for it.
they're all like the Easter Bunny costume.
jelly.
And I'm
They're,
like,
they're mascot costumes.
Yeah, I don't like
That's the
mascot
thing. I get that.
costume.
Like,
Yeah.
they're chubby.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
too
Oh
thick.
yeah, that's the problem.
They're too
Like,
thick for you.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, that's his
fat.
problem. They're
But
fat.
what I do like
Plush.
is the suspenders that keeps up the bottom. I
like
like
that too.
that.
If there's like a skinny guy inside of a big costume with the suspenders,
Yeah,
that's kind
the
of fun.
No, like I don't know. To me, it's like a mix of like animalistic fireman.
Okay, yeah, I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
That
get that
to me is
Have you
fine.
had sex with a fireman?
No, I've made out with one, but I never had sex with one. Have you?
No, but my cousin is a fireman.
And you would have sex with your cousin?
Yeah, just there's just too many boundaries stopping us. But yeah,
Like one of them doesn't want to.
well, one of us,
That's the biggest boundary.
one of us is always busy fighting fires.
I do love when every time I walk by a fire station, if the door's open and all of them in there, I'll go,
Oh, you
morning, boys.
Oh, 100%.
I love it. No, good morning. They're
I
so
like,
nice.
I would flirt with the firemen over like near where I lived in Long Island City, like all the time. And I had the lady that owned the building that I lived in that the creek was in. I would call her if there were firemen out front. I'd be like, just so you know, they're out front, and she would run out and
you
go
have
like,
to.
we would just sit there and like smoke cigarettes and watch them like run around.
They're so good looking.
Is there any hotter profession? I mean, I really like like a SEAL.
I weirdly went straight for Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
I went for like deep sea rescue guys.
Well, for you,
know what I mean?
specifically, because they can hold their fucking breath forever.
Oh, you love that.
I said I
Love
was
that.
thinking UPS driver.
What can Brown do for you?
Damn, that was fast.
Do you miss the creek in New York?
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, it was a lot less pressure. It was like it was a completely different kind of club. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was a complete permission to fail space. We didn't charge the audience even to come and watch.
Really?
So it was a lot of audience education as well as like people sort of like learning their craft. And it was a little bit more anything goes because literally I was the only one that made any decisions or that did anything. Like we didn't for the last like 4 years, we didn't even have, or 5 years, we didn't even have like a manager. It was just me and like a team, you know?
Yeah.
So it was a lot. There was a lot more freedom, but you know, with that, there also came, you know, not having a team, not having support. Like it was really easy to get like bogged down. If I got depressed, it would be like 3 days of nothing happening. I mean, shows would still happen, but like I wouldn't come downstairs and like. And also, honestly, the thing that I miss the most about the Creek, and these guys will never hear it, sadly, but Aldo, Victor, and Mariano. And Marco towards the end, they were my kitchen staff from the very beginning, and they had been there longer than I had. And I miss the food. I miss coming in and hearing them like singing along to their music. I miss speaking terrible Spanish and not like, and having them like not want to make fun of me, but like totally make fun of me. And like, it was just like, it was such a like incredible family. And it was something that, you know, like I held on to that business way longer than I should have. Like I sold my family jewelry.
Whoa.
I really like went, I put everything that I had into it and held on for as long as I could. And I'm still paying off. I mean, I'm still in debt from it.
Really?
Oh yeah, big time.
Well, you honestly, and I don't know if this will make, but like when I turned 18, I didn't even know stand-up comedy was a real thing until I was 18
I was the
years
same way.
old. Yeah, I'd never seen it. And I first thing I saw was Sarah Silverman's Jesus is Magic, and then it was like, we're off to the races.
For
and
sure.
I've watched, and so I have, for a couple of years, I had this like insane obsession with the New York comedy scene. and I would listen to all these people who were going to the creek all the time,
Yeah.
and they're like shitty podcasts that like never really went anywhere, but I would
Right.
listen to all of them.
And
The way they talked about the creek, I have even still now when people talk about the creek in New York, I like even was like, oh my god, I can't wait to get to the creek in New York. Like it sounded so fucking cool.
we had one kid who literally like heard Ari talking about me on a podcast like years and years and years ago, and like a couple months into him being there, like I sat him down and I was like, hey, where do you live? And he was like, oh, when the creek closes, I ride the train, and then I because he would show up every day as soon as we were open, and he would just be there all day long. And eventually we hired him, and like, you know, but people would literally like come to New York, be homeless, and kind of like live at the creek in a way. You know what I mean? And we always made sure that there was like free chips and salsa. Like we had popcorn machine for most of the time we were open. Like we tried to make sure that everybody was like eating something, and like, I don't know, like it was like a really like it was not a club, it was a clubhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a very different, and we would do 27 plus open mics a week, you know? So like no matter what, you had stage time. Absolutely no matter what, you were going to get stage time at the creek. And, you know, we were also like, we were really hard on people too. Like it wasn't just like partying. We would very much be like, if you're not getting up 20 to 25 times a week, then why are you even here?
Yeah.
And like, you know, so it was a place where people were genuinely able to like work on their craft and grow as comedians. And like some of the best comics on the planet came through there.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of that. But yeah, I miss it. I miss it a lot.
I bet.
Have you found any of that here?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, there's the scene's a lot different, but again, the scene has been impacted just like the world was with the pandemic, and I think that it created a lot of rifts, you know, that are still just now sort of coming back. I think that Austin is.
The ribs are coming back.
Well, when I first came here, I would say very confidently that it was not a writing town, right? Like Colton had to listen to me rant about that for probably the first 6 months, because every time somebody went on stage, they were just doing the same 5 minutes, and it's like, this isn't a goddamn JFL audition. Do you know what I mean? Like write. What are you doing? And like people would still do their A at like open mics.
That drives
And
me
they
nuts.
were doing A at open mics because I was there, and they thought that I was like gatekeeping them or some shit. So I had to stop going to the mics altogether so that they would actually do like real material. You know what I mean? Work on material. And now I would say that the needle's turning. Like, you know, it's starting. The needle's being moved. Like it's starting to get to, you know, like, oh, who recently? Candace Medina's writing her ass off.
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
She's doing such a great job. You know what I mean? I'm starting to hear new jokes from like Dylan Sullivan and from, you know what I mean? So it's like it's people are starting to get there, but I feel like we just atrophied for a couple years. You know what I mean? And so like there's this like, you almost need like an electric shock to get moving again, you know?
I swear to God, maybe I don't know if it was the drinking or the pandemic, but I like truly lost the ability to write jokes for a good 2 years.
I mean, I believe that. I think that a lot of people sort of went through that. And that was part of the reason why it was so important to me when we first opened the Creek here in 2021, that we specifically targeted comedians who had not gotten back on the road yet. Like Todd Glass had not gotten back on the road yet. It was Eddie Pepitone's first show. You know what I mean? Because it was like, no, you guys are the ones that are showing the young ones how to do this. Like, you have to get out there. You have to start pounding the pavement. And I know you don't want to, but come on, we're going to go to Austin and have a good time. You know what I mean? And we did.
Yeah.
But you know, it's rusty. You know what I mean? You go from chasing the dragon every night to like maybe doing one Zoom bullshit thing a week or something, and you're gonna atrophy. You know?
I mean, before the pandemic, I was like in Portland. I had a very strict policy where I would write a new 5 minutes every single week, and then I'd run it from Wednesday to Tuesday, and then and whatever worked went in the act, and whatever didn't was garbage, and then new 5 minutes, and then I did that every single week, and then the pandemic hit, and I became an alcoholic, and it was like, I feel like I'm just now getting back
out of it.
Like I just in the last 6 months, I've probably written 20 new minutes,
Yeah.
That's great.
but like but still.
I feel like I needed to cut off that part of my body that we just recorded.
Yeah.
That
He needed to burn that hour so goddamn bad. He's
Yeah.
been trying to burn it for 3 years.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Which, by the way, it was so fucking good.
It was so good. That was the best album recording we've had here.
Oh, Colton, it
By
was
far.
like
by
I was like,
fucking far. Oh no, sorry, that was a special. That was a special recording. This is an album recording. I am splitting hairs here, but yeah.
It was it was crazy. I remember I was sitting there. I'd never seen Colton do a long set, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, I was definitely impressed.
I was impressed as well.
Who like I guess I was gonna say like who is like someone that you saw in New York who started like absolutely started and have kind of like risen.
Like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Donald Glover, Tim Dillon, Michael Che, Stavros for sure. Shane Gillis, the first time he ever came to New York, I was the first club he came to.
Whoa.
Soder brought him over
He's
basically.
such a hot voice.
Soder?
Yeah.
Oh, Soder's got an amazing voice.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever watch Billions?
Oh yeah.
He's so good in that show.
Yeah.
I
let
love
him
it.
rip me apart.
Yeah. Let the boy get married. He's got
Yeah.
enough. He's got enough on his plate
We
without
both have dead sisters.
without a terrifying ordeal. Let's bond.
That's fine. We both have, yeah.
Yeah, Shane. You guys might not know her, but she writes now for a Black Lady sketch show. Her name is Ray Sani, and she's absolutely spectacular. She's such a good stand-up comic. I miss her so much.
Did you know Maria Heinegg?
Oh, for sure. I adore her.
So Maria Heinegg was the first person. So in Massachusetts when I first started, I started weirdly.
She was Portland, wasn't she, or
I
Seattle?
think she was Seattle, but when I met her, I was doing comedy in my small town, and I met this guy who would bring New York City comedians. So she was the first person I ever opened up for.
Oh, nice.
So in my mind, I always think of Maria Heinegg as a killer. I was like, this
She's a
woman,
badass.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's such a badass. She's so good.
Yeah.
Jenny Hogan's really good too.
I don't know if I know that.
And
name.
Rachel McCarthy. I just like there's a lot of people that I like religiously follow on Twitter. They're just 100% funny all the time.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
Michelle
course.
Obama is
she's
hilarious.
amazing.
Yeah, she should just totally go into stand up. Hey, how do you feel about Tom Brady being in Colorado doing his headlining? Did you see that? No, you were the one that sent it to me. Fort Worth, right? Fort Collins. Fort Collins.
That's crazy.
Right.
He's actually doing
He's
it.
actually doing it.
But
His friends did not talk him out of it. He must not have any friends.
I just
Do you
don't-
guys remember when T.I. Do you remember when T.I. tried to do it?
No.
He tried to do stand up and he went on Barclays. He went on the stage of the Barclays Center, like Barclays Center.
Did he bomb?
Bombed so hard and like I think sent death threats to Kim Congdon because she roasted him like
I
on the way
love
up
Kim
onto the stage. Oh,
Congdon.
she's fucking flawless. Talk to her. Tell her that she has to move here. She's thinking about it.
I don't know her, but I
her.
think she's.
Tell her you love her and she
I
needs to
do.
move here.
I think she's hilarious. She had a great Guys We Fucked episode.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so that's how I know every single person I meet. I'm like, great Guys We Fucked episode.
That's amazing. You okay, Uncle
I'm just
Colty?
being eye candy.
Oh, I love it. You look
sure are.
incredible.
Yeah, there's been a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people that have come through. There's a lot of people who I'm incredibly proud of that have like worked really hard to get where they are, who maybe don't fly private and aren't multimillionaires
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean?
Well, most comics are working class.
almost all comics are working
exactly.
class. Like, you know, it's less than 1% of us that get that.
Yeah.
You know.
I just don't want to wait tables anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think that really honestly, for most people, the definition of success needs to just being like, I get to do what I love instead of having to have a day job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as long as you can let go of that day job, you're killing it. And I'm real proud of a lot of people around here who have just started to let go of their day jobs and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
really great. Like Ariel, you know what I mean?
Oh my God,
I'm
so
happy
I mean,
for her.
I'm sorry. So, Ariel is someone who like literally fucking gets me so
Yeah.
badly, like every time.
She's like a seer.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely.
And when I,
That she understands you.
No.
Mean she's so funny.
she's so funny. Like she fucking right in the stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she knows exactly how to I love her.
You feeling a little subconscious with that pillow there?
No, I'm feeling so comfortable. I took it.
No, you're not. You're covering your gut.
No.
It's what all girls do.
And then show us your tits.
Now let's show us your tits.
No.
He thought about it for a second.
Oh, I'd never do it on camera. Are you kidding me? They'd roast me to death on YouTube. Never gonna happen.
They would roast you on YouTube?
Yeah, they already do.
What if somebody started a GoFundMe for your tits?
I will say this though. You know what does
What
get me on
it- no,
TikTok?
what it-
What if we started a GoFundMe for your tits?
I would never accept that.
Except what?
I would Charity.
Charity?
I don't
It's not
need-
charity.
I don't need
It's-
anything
it's
from
actually
anybody.
Selfish.
I tip
It's
money?
us. It's for us.
Yeah. Okay, that's
we
love
we
that.
get to see a nippleless you.
Yeah, and I don't need nipples. I really mean that.
Nippleless dill.
What about this? How about I get them taken off, and then instead of nipples, I just get Lucky tattooed what it would be.
Hey, if we could start a GoFundMe, I'll eat his nipples.
That's so cool, Colton.
100% that's illegal. Is it? Yeah, like you can't eat medical waste.
David
So, like,
Sedaris
it's
gave
like they
his
won't
fatty
give
tumor to a
you-
turtle.
What's that? He did what to a turtle?
David Sedaris gave his fatty tumor to a turtle.
Like it ate it?
Yeah,
That is so disgusting.
I know, but it was.
But I don't think you can feed it to a person though.
Yeah.
Like I've had like teeth extracted and they won't let me take them home. This is against the rules. I'm sorry. I don't think you're allowed to eat the nipples. Let me ask you: if you were going to eat his nipple, though, do you think you'd just swallow it whole, or would you chew it?
No. I mean, well, it depends on if
How much would we have to donate for you to chew it?
the whole bit. Just get done.
Just get them done.
Yeah.
You know what? If we gotta get done.
We need to get in touch with an actual plastic surgeon
Yeah,
and have
thank
them
you.
like take a look at the situation, give you an idea of how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Bat your beautiful little eyelashes at them and see if you can get some.
You know, actually in Portland, they're so liberal out there, which is a good thing in some ways. In the way that, like, if you're trans and you want top surgery, it's free.
What?
Yeah, you can apply if you make a certain less of money. And I would always, because I knew someone who did it. And
It's
I
so
was
funny.
like,
They're like, we'll do the top, but like you're on your own for the rest. of it.
yeah. But I was like,
I like a nice set of tits, so I'll make those, but you're on your own for everything
And
else.
I kind of felt like I could really petition myself, being like, I'm half trans.
Is this-
I have body dysmorphia because of my chest, so I should
this
be able to
going?
get it done as well.
Like I identify as a
as
man.
a man who has
Who has
breasts,
tits,
and I
and
don't
I
want
knew
them
that-
anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
But you wouldn't lie for the surgery. Is that bad to do, to lie for the surgery?
No, I would lie anything.
Well, I
It's
don't know.
honestly
You're-
mostly
you're-
skin at this point.
if you're taking a spot away from somebody who needs it, though, I think I would feel guilty.
But I also need
Yeah,
it.
but he also needs it.
It's all I think about all day long.
Yeah, I mean, I get
That's
that.
why I can't write jokes, Rebecca. That's all I can think of. My chest.
You actually don't have a single
Joke about them.
joke about your
Yeah.
tits.
Maybe
Yeah.
you should look into that.
I used to have a lot of jokes about them, and then it just kind of felt like I was like, this feels hacky.
So,
What did you call them? Like a balloon?
I think my whole
like a
joke was I was
deflated
like,
balloon
I
or
should date a
something?
bisexual guy because I have, you know what I mean? You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But then you realize bisexual guys are like, well, not those kind.
right. I like a C cup.
Yeah.
Well, this is my current situation with the
Well,
microphone.
maybe we should end it. Maybe
Do you
that's a
think-
good
I
sign.
think
Is there a
come to-
button we can put on this conversation? Do you have
Yeah.
like a closing question for me or something?
we do.
We
Yeah.
do. We do.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, okay, yeah, I'll ask.
Okay.
So if you were a gay man, would you rather have sex with me or Colton?
Colton.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dill.
I'd probably rather cuddle with you though.
Thank you so much.
Honestly.
The one person who said me is Sam Talent, and he said, because you kind of get where I'm coming from.
I fucking love him.
Oh, he's amazing. He's
so
amazing.
great. He's so great.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I loved
I guess-
it.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I think I pretty much asked them throughout the situation here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
How about you, Matt? You have any questions for me or Colton or
No
Dylan?
questions for Rebecca?
No questions. I'm so. Well, no,
Are you-
no one can hear.
I'll just repeat everything you say. No, I can't. I have no questions. I'm all good. I'm really scared of hemorrhoids now. Here's a question.
How do you prevent yourself from getting hemorrhoids?
How do you prevent yourself from getting
you
hemorrhoids?
don't. So here's how you do it. You don't have children you don't care about, so you have to disappear to the bathroom for 45 minutes and play Sudoku.
Oh, so sitting.
Who knows Colton's material better than me? Huh? Huh?
Dang, those are
Bathroom
two
dad.
my reference jokes. Yeah, you shouldn't bear down.
Don't be a bathroom boy, and also don't wipe. Like you need to get adult wipes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Not toilet paper. Like get wet wipes. So if you have to wipe
Or
your
a
butt
bidet.
more than like twice, don't use toilet paper because
Don't
you
do
can make your tissue
It's
back
very
there will
soft.
inflame.
What if you
shouldn't
take
be
what if you take your
fucking-
whole hand and you use it to scoop out your shit and you kind of pull that down?
Be gentle and make sure that you clean your fingernails after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
ever pushing,
Matt.
you go. That's
bad.
That's just a recipe.
You don't wanna strain.
That's the recipe for a hemorrhoid.
Or a rosebud
Oh God.
if you push real hard.
Imagine how you have you're walking around, you're doing comedy, you have a sack of your ass, it's hanging out.
Yeah. That's what you're
That's where you're headed.
asking for.
Okay.
But what we're asking for is more Creek, please. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you,
Thank you,
Matt,
Rebecca.
for
Bye.
this. This is great.
Thanks for ruining the microphone.
Come to the creek
Matt.
in the cave.
Oh
And
yeah, do that.
Yeah.
we'll see you soon.
Love you. Bye.